Consistency is my main goal. I think if I can achieve that, then, I'd be very happy.
At 13 years old, she was considered golf's next prodigy. PGA Tour regular Tim Herron called her a world beater.
Moving left.
Whoa! In the hole!
And Tom Lehman considered her swing so perfect that it reminded him of Ernie Els. Who are you referring to? Michelle Wie. In this video, we will be looking at the top 6 things to know about Michelle's background, career, and lifestyle.
Number 6. Early life and amateur career.
Michelle Sung Wie was born on October 11, 1989 in Honolulu, Hawaii. She is the only child of her immigrant parents, Byung-wook Wie and Bo, who immigrated from South Korea to the United States in the 1980s. Michelle's father was a former professor of travel industry management at the University of Hawaii. However, Michelle got her passion for golf from her mother, who was a South Korean women's amateur golf champion in 1985. Wie began playing golf at the age of 4. In 2000, at the age of 10, she became the youngest player at the time to qualify for the U.S. Women's Amateur Public Links Championship. In 2001, at the age of 11, Michelle won both the Hawaii State Women's Stroke Play Championship and the Jenny K. Wilson's Women Invitational. The victory was exceptional because the Jenny K. Wilson Women's Invitational is considered the oldest and most prestigious women's amateur tournament in Hawaii. Wie won it as an 11-year-old. Yes, 11. She also advanced into match play at the Women's U.S. Amateur Public Links Championship. In 2002, Michelle won the Hawaii State Open Women's Division by 13 shots. You heard that. You heard it right. She won a women's competition and she was barely a teenager. She also became the youngest player at the time to qualify for an LPGA event at the Takafuji Classic held in Hawaii. At the 2003 Kraft Nabisco Championship, Wie became the youngest player to make an LPGA cut. In June of the same year, Michelle won the Women's Amateur Public Links Tournament, becoming the youngest person ever, male or female, to win a USGA adult event. Wie continued to smash records by being the first to the cut at the US Women's Open when she was still just 13, the youngest player ever to do so. At the 2004 Sony Open in Hawaii, she missed the cut by 1 stroke, but after 36 holes, she did better than 47 men, including 4 majors winners, and matched the scores of 15 more men, including 3 more majors winners. Wie was also part of the victorious US team in the Curtis Cup tournament and became the youngest woman ever to play. In 2005, Michelle qualified for the U.S. Amateur Public Links and became the first female golfer to qualify for a USGA National Men's Tournament. Wie made the top 64 in the stroke play rounds to qualify for match play. She ultimately lost in the quarterfinals to eventual champion Clay Ogden.
Number 5. Professional career and earnings.
On October 5, 2005, a week before Michelle turned 16, she announced to the world that she would be leaving the amateur ranks and becoming a professional golfer. She still had to complete her studies at Punahou School in Honolulu, and she later enrolled at Stanford University.
Going to Stanford for me was one of my biggest goals growing up. It was almost as important to me as golf, getting my education at Stanford. And when I got in, it was a dream come true for me. There was no chance I was going to say no to that. And looking back on it, I think I made the right choice. I really grew as a person, and I think if I just went straight onto tour, I think that a lot of crucial steps would have been missed.
Due to her golf commitments, she didn't complete her communications degree until 2012. She initially had to compete in limited tournaments due to the LPGA's requiring full membership at 18. In 2005, she enjoyed some success with 4 top 5 finishes on the LPGA Tour. It propelled her to number 3 in the initial Rolex World Golf Rankings in February 2006. Wie was placed 3rd behind Annika Sorenstam and Paula Kramer. She went on to struggle in 2006-2007 due to a 4-month hiatus, injuries to both wrists, a disqualification, and several missed cuts and withdrawals. In 2009 at the LPGA Championship, she tied for 23rd, which was her best finish in a major since 2006. In August 2009, Wee was the captain's pick for the United States team in the Solheim Cup competition, where she led the American squad to victory with a 3-0-1 performance, the best record on the American team. In November of the same year, Michelle finally won her first professional individual tournament, the Lorena Ochoa Invitational in Guadalajara, Mexico. Her second title win took place in August 2010 at the CP Canadian Women's Open. Wee had to wait 5 years to win her third and fourth title in the LPGA Tour. The fourth title was her biggest because it was the 2014 US Open title and her first major win. Despite the big win, Michelle failed to win another title until the 2018 HSBC Women's World Championship. She battled chronic wrist pain and got pregnant in 2019, which moved her to pivot to the broadcast booth. She even admitted that she considered retirement until her husband asked her to reconsider. She also thought about how she could influence change inequality and pay disparity in women's golf versus men's golf. She also could set a good example for her young daughter in perseverance. The decision to return was crystallized by Rudy Giuliani's comment in February 2021 to Steve Bannon about his interactions with the deceased Rush Limbaugh at an event with Michelle. Giuliani recalled how Limbaugh had been perturbed by the photographers trailing them in a 2014 Pro-Am in which they were grouped with Michelle Wee. Giuliani said that the gorgeous Wee's putting stance was attracting the photographers, who he said were trying to take pictures of her panties.
So on the green is Michelle Wee, and she's getting ready to putt. Now, Michelle Wee is gorgeous. She's 6 feet, and she has a strange putting stance. She bends all the way over, and her panties show. And the press was going crazy. They were following her all around because they were trying to take pictures of her panties. I said, Roger, it's not me, it's not you, it's her panties. Right.
Michelle took the comment as a slight on her and used those words as fuel to the fire to return to the sport. She felt she could use her platform to influence change. According to LPGA.com, Michelle has earned over $6.8 million in prize money and has won 5 titles.
Number 4. Endorsements, business, and net worth.
When Michelle became a professional, she signed sponsorship contracts with Nike and Sony, reportedly worth more than $10 million per year. After winning her first major tournament in 2014, Wee saw a major boost in her sponsorships. Wee also signed a multi-year equipment contract with Callaway Golf that will have the US Women's Open champion using the company's golf clubs and balls, including an Odyssey putter. In 2010, it was announced that Kia Motors America signed a deal with Michelle Wee and the Ladies Professional Golf Association. Wee became an ambassador and spokesman for the company. As a Korean American and star in the LPGA circuit, the pairing made sense, especially when you compare Tiger Woods' massive endorsement with Buick and the Professional Golf Association. In October 2020, Wee announced that she became the newest equity partner in Oxygen, a brand of pH-balanced bottled water bolstered by electrolytes and infused with oxygen. She will be a board advisor and global brand ambassador of the emerging functional water brand. The financial terms of the deal, including the size of Wee's equity stake, are not known publicly. Wee joined a string of marquee investors including Stephen Curry, Kevin Love, and country singer Brett Eldridge. According to CelebrityNetWorth.com, Michelle Wee is worth an estimated $12 million.
Fun fact.
Michelle is an intelligent woman, but she also makes mistakes like any other regular human being. It is reported that in her first event as a professional at the Samsung World Championship, Wee was disqualified for signing for an incorrect scorecard after an illegal drop in her third round. Hey, it was her first pro event and she was probably just nervous. Come on, give her a pass.
Number 3. Sexy lifestyle.
In 2014, Michelle Wee became the first LPGA player to appear on the cover of Golf Digest since Lorena Ochoa in August 2008. In January 2018, Michelle Wee was named the most stylish golfer by Golf Magazine.
Great honor to be named most stylish women's golfer. I think I have Nike to thank for that because they make me look so good on the golf course.
Michelle has always been a trendsetter in fashion for women's golf. She has taken risks at times by dyeing her hair into different colors. Michelle is also classy and expertly toeing the line between uber feminine with short hemlines and razorback tops and athletic functionality, UV protective shirts, and performance fabrics. She also has 591,000 followers on Instagram.
Number 2. Philanthropy.
In 2005, as a 16-year-old, Michelle witnessed a massive tragedy on her television screen as Hurricane Katrina battered New Orleans. She made a sizable donation of $500,000 to the Bush-Clinton-Katrina Fund. She stated via ESPN, "I just saw clips of it and I really wanted to help out. I really do hope it helps a lot of people. Compared to all of the disaster, it's such a little amount of money." In April 2006, she followed her efforts this time, giving $300,000 to an endowment at the Yonsei University Severance Hospital and Korea University Medical Center that paid for operations for more than 30 children who could not otherwise afford it. Her father, BJ Wee, stated on behalf of his daughter, Michelle wanted to do something in her first trip to Korea as a professional golfer, and she wanted to help children with illnesses, but whose parents don't have the money to pay for the surgery. In 2006, Wee also donated $25,000 to a paralyzed Illinois teen athlete. Wee donated after discovering that a football player named Travis Hearn didn't have insurance and got hurt in a high school game. In March 2012, Michelle Wee partnered with Kia Motors America to present the Armed Services YMCA of Camp Pendleton with a $50,000 donation during the LPGA Tour at the La Costa Resort and Spa. The donation went towards the ASYMCA's Operation Hero program, which provides after-school mentoring and tutoring to elementary school-aged children free of charge. In 2014, she took the Ice Bucket Challenge and donated $50,000 to the campaign.
Number 1. Husband and mansion.
Michelle Wee is married to Johnny West, the director of basketball operations for the Golden State Warriors NBA team, and he is the son of legendary NBA player Jerry West. It is unclear when the pair met, but they announced their engagement in March 2019. Then in August 2019, they got married in a private home in Beverly Hills, California. Before Johnny became a Golden State Warriors exec, he was the associate general manager at the Santa Cruz Warriors. He graduated from West Virginia University with a bachelor's degree in sports management and an MBA in business administration. In August 2019, it was reported that the new couple purchased a home in San Francisco for $3 million. According to Realtor.com, the home is nestled in Kite Hill in the Eureka Valley neighborhood. The home is close to the lively Castro neighborhood, family-friendly No Valley, and Market Street's shopping and dining. And it's about a 20-minute drive to the Chase Center, where the Warriors will play starting this season. The 1906 home was completely rebuilt for a 5-bedroom residence. The layout includes a grand formal entry, high ceilings throughout, and huge picture windows to take in the natural light. The living and dining space adjoins an open kitchen, which comes with high-end fixtures and appliances. On the ground floor, there is the master suite with a family room and a separate entrance. A second master suite is located on the top floor, which features a view deck. In June 2020, the couple welcomed their daughter named McKenna to a new home. Well, yes, Michelle Wee was a golf prodigy. She has mega endorsements, a big bank account, and she lives a sexy lifestyle. Alright, so what do you think of Michelle Wee's career? Is she the most marketable and sexiest woman in golf? Let me know in the comments below. Then smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more sports-related content. Until next time.